Well, amen to you. Amen. From the great Santa. Santa is coming. And he has an M60 in one arm and a chainsaw in the other. You're not going to get victory out of an academic. Into conversation. Show me where an academic has conquered Jack. You want to use the words and the concepts that our victimizers give you. Think about that, you pieces of shit. The real aim of mass migration policies are motivated by economics. Oh, that's what it is. It's the abstraction of the economy again. Do you see the economy getting better? Has it ever gotten better? It never has. How many generations do you have to continue to listen to these arguments from the abstraction cowards? They don't realize the anti-whites come in here with the premise that you get to debate. The premise being, we need ever-exploding population of people. No, our countries don't need it. And it's been known, the anti-white oligarchs have known since the 1950s, maybe even earlier, that robots were going to do it all. So no, why do you keep taking their oh, we're going to need a real pro-nate. We're going to have to, who's going to be the people getting the money? It's just generic, right? It's going to be the non-white people who will be happily birthing the next generation at the expense of the white taxpayer. You have a much more serious conundrum. All of you out there who fancy yourself as thinkers, you're not going to get white people to reproduce by telling them that, hey, you can get a couple extra more dollars. Stop fucking worshiping money. White people will breed big families when we have pride again. When the moral tapestry of our countries is white positive again. And then it won't matter how little money we have. We will produce a gigantic birth boom that you've ever seen. It ain't about the dollars. Stop debating that stupid shit. I know they're censoring me everywhere because I am far smarter, far more intelligent, and they don't want anybody hearing the truth. Pro-natalist. Just give them a tax break. No, white people are not going to produce babies for more money. And the reason why is we hate ourselves. We hate being white. We hate Western civilization because that's the morality of the day. And we are, more than any other group of people on the planet, self-policers. If you teach us that the moral thing to do today is to be anti-white, we will self-police anti-whiteism. If you defeat anti-whiteism with the new white positive morality, social morality that we teach in Go Free, you will see white women wanting to have 10 children. White men proud like you've never seen to show their giant brood off. It is pride in one's people. It is love of one's kind that creates more of that kind. Not a fucking check from the government. You're giving all your jobs away, but who gives a shit compared to giving the destiny and existence of Westernkind away? I don't give a shit. What I care about is the well-being of our people. The anti-whites, they want you to call it a great replacement. So why is it when no white guilt, who has fought his whole life for our people and has demonstrated so much intelligence and success in this entire community of brilliant, artistic, accomplished people, why is it when they show up and they're like, hey, don't call it that, call it white erasure, that you all out there say, oh, no, I want to call it what the anti-whites want us to call it. You deserve to have all of the outcomes of anti-whiteism inflicted on you and your families first. Academic types have been getting in the way of Go Free for a long time. I don't like that. He knows how to come to conclusions that make the financial backers of the institution happy. That's what all academics know how to do. You're going to see poignantly exactly what I mean. What you call something now really determines later the value of the loss. What you call something today, is this an economic problem that just needs to be remedied? What is it? Because what you call it determines the value you put on it when it's lost. I want you to look back at across our countries, in the history of our countries. I want you to look back and see how we have placed almost no value, a shrug's worth of value on things that were lost, that were paid for with white people that were far better than you were. Paid for with their blood and sweat and tears and death and love and life and hardship and sacrifice. And now lost, you do this. Why? Because it wasn't all of that love and fight and blood and sweat and life that you called the loss, that was lost. No, you lost just the name of a highway. You lost the name on a building. You lost a promotion at work. And all those things are shrugs. If you allow these people to take the value out of the things that are really being eviscerated, you are at fault. That means our fight, in a big way, is with conservatives. They're content creators. If we allow them to call the white erasure, to make the argument of the biological white erasure, but before we even get there, the white erasure of our norms, our customs, our history, our achievements, our accomplishments, our hardships, our misery, our challenges, the wars we fought as white men. If you allow them to call that an economic replacement, if you allow them to devalue all of that, then shame on you. So here you have the concern over what's taking place in the conservative and the abstractionist mindset, abstraction coward mindset, to be one of economics. So as we get everything white erased, all of our norms, customs, etc., as the white race itself is being biologically white erased, and then these academics, the conservative academics, lose again, then it'll be just a collective shrug. It was just a difference of opinion on economy. Not for me. Up bright and early for White Well-Being Church. We are the Church of Westernkind. The Church of Westernkind. That's what we are. We are the Church of Westernkind. Who is the modern system? Who are the victims of the modern system? And therefore, if we can see who the victims are, we know who the victimizer is, because they are anti who the victims are. At that level, in those circles, are not going to say, well, what we want to do is obliterate all of the white race. Who is the victim? Where else on planet Earth do you see a people's entire norms under assault? Their entire cultural, genetic identity under assault. There's only one place. It's the West. There's only one group. It's Westernkind. This country was built, created, fought for, died for, loved for, maimed for by white men. This is repulsive. This administration is repulsive. But you try telling a white conservative woman what I just said, that the government should be overwhelmingly run by heterosexual white males, and you watch her lose it. Don't we look like the Star Wars resistance? That's the problem. I don't want to look like the Star Wars resistance. I want to look like the Empire. That's what built America. That's what built the United Kingdom. That's what built Germany. That's what sailed the open seas and Spanish and Italian ships and English ships That's what did it. Not a multiracial witch's cauldron morass of the most ideologically varied, homosexual, genderless, female administration in history. They didn't build this. That means they can't recreate it. You're going to get a very different country.